We all know by now that positive change in Iran can only happen if we have the support of global leaders, politicians, and the like, to stand by the people of Iran and to stop dealing with the regime. I'm joined here by three key political leaders here in Sweden: Ebba Busch, Minister of Energy, Business and Industry, Deputy Prime Minister, and the Christian Democratic Party leader. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Magdalena Andersson, yes, leader of Swedish Social Democratic Party and former Prime Minister. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And Nooshi, leader of the Left Party. Thank you, ladies, for being here. So inspiring. We really need more women leaders in politics. So I'm honored to be standing next to all of you. Ebba, I'll begin with you. You've been very supportive and active in the recent months in support of the Iranian people and this revolution, participating in many of the protests. Why do you feel that it's important?
برای خواهرم، برای خواهرت، برای خواهرامون، برای آزادی. It really is as simple and as complicated as that. But I think the rest of the West needs to understand that Iran has a 2,500-year-old wonderful history of tolerance. And it's ever since Kurush the Great, it really has been a society characterized by great tolerance for its people, in its people's right for liberty and its people's right for freedom. And Iran has had revolutions before, but this is the first revolution led by women. Yeah. And we all know the future is female.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for touching on all those important elements about Iran and the rich culture that the country offers. Thank you. Magdalena, what are your views on what's happening today in Iran, and why should the rest of the world care?
Well, first of all, I would like to express my deep admiration of the Iranian people right now for their spirit and their courage. Because right now,
indeed,
we are witnessing the uprising of a people. Girls and boys, men and women, demanding a different future, a future in freedom. And they are an inspiration right now to people all over the world. And they deserve our support. And therefore, we demand that the regime's violence stops immediately.
Yes, beautifully said. Basic human rights we're asking for, that's
yes.
all.
And we demand that the European Union puts Iran's Revolutionary Guard on the list of terrorist organizations.
Thank you for that.
And we demand justice for all the men and women that have been put in prison and tortured. And the Iranian people, they shall know
Välkommen
that they
att fortsätta
do not
titta
stand
på
alone.
Eldfesten
They
i
have
SVT 24
our
och på
full
SVT Play.
solidarity. This Nuruz, every day forward, Zan Zendegi Azadi.
Thank you, Mike. Nooshi, as an Iranian Swedish politician, which advice do you have for other politicians in your position?
First of all, I'm so happy to be here. We are...
Everybody's cheering here.
I'm so happy to be with all these people here in Avicii Arena because we are millions and millions of Iranians outside Iran. We have been scarred from this regime that is oppressing people. And there will be generations of Iranians like myself that will be living outside the country of my mother and father's birth because of this regime. They are occupying this beautiful country, this rich, beautiful country with this long history of literature, poetry, science. This terrorist regime are occupying it and we are mourning it. So I'm so thankful for the girls and the boys that are marching the streets of Tehran and the other cities, because I'm going to be very clear. We are going to go side by side and giving them all our support until they have won their freedom and their democracy. So this is what I'm telling all my sister politicians and all the politicians in the European Union and everywhere in the world. We have to support all these people that are making the revolution, because the revolution has started in our minds, in our hearts, and they cannot stop it. Maybe they think they can cut the blooming flowers one by one, but they cannot stop the spring from coming to Iran.
And spring is indeed coming. You know, thank you all so much. The three of you represent what democracy should look like. We all have different views, different visions for what life should be, but basic human rights and freedom is what we all ask for. And thank you all for coming here and expressing your views and continuing to support the people of Iran.
Ja, det är ju inte helt
Thank
ofta
you.
som de
Thank you so much.